gentlemen, aloha. Wonderful. Thank you again for your patience and understanding. Here we have Philippine time. Welcome, and welcome to the Filipino Community Center. Welcome to the special commemoration of the 125th anniversary of Philippine independence. How many years? Okay, if you leave that and only remember one thing, you can remember that, okay? It is a day to celebrate the courage and bravery of the men and women who boldly declared their freedom from foreign domination in the Philippines. We honor the country where many of us trace our roots from. My name is Benet Misalucha, and I am a proud Filipino-American. How many in the audience are proud Filipino-Americans? Raise your hand. Make a noise. How many of you are wannabe Filipino-Americans? Make some noise. I think the Filipino-Americans mean it. But that's okay. Whether you're Filipino-American or a wannabe Filipino-American, we're all Filipinos today because we are bonded by the feelings of love of country, whether it is the U.S. or the Philippines. It is my pleasure to be your MC this afternoon. We have the first portion. Can you open your programs? In the middle part, there's actually, you can follow along the parts of the program that we're going to be doing for the first hour, first half hour. So we'll have some remarks, some additional numbers from key people in our community. And so let's get started with some welcome remarks. Is Shelley here? Okay, wonderful. Shelley, sorry, I didn't. Shelley Carmona. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Shelley Carmona, Program Director of the Filipino Community Center, our host for the event.
Mabuhay, aloha and welcome everyone to Philcom Center. My name is Shelley Carmona, Events and Program Director for the Filipino Community Center. I'm also the daughter of Elizabeth Carmona, granddaughter of Agustin and Consuelo Carmona, Ofelia and Isauro Medina, great-granddaughter to Concha Rodriguez and Santiago Martinez. My grandfather was a politician full of charisma and empathy for others. He regulated the cost of staple food items in the state of Guanajuato, Mexico. He wanted to ensure everyone could afford a balanced diet. My grandmother Consuelo opened a family business out of her home to put her four daughters through college when my grandfather refused to educate women. That family business now boasts over 23 locations and employs hundreds of people. My grandmother Concha was one of the only women in a male-dominated field working as a capataz or a foreman of an hacienda and horse farm. Years later, she became the landowner of that hacienda. I say all of this because those who have come before me molded the person that I am today. This is why it is important to tell these stories to the future generation, to empower and to educate them. The facts that you will hear today are part of the Filipino history and the independence from Spain. The courage, the resilience, and the pride we see in the Filipino community today have been passed on from generation to generation. Our past determines our present, but it also determines our future. And it is important that we tell the stories, good things, and the hardships endured. Our mission here at Philcom Center is to do just that: educate, promote, and perpetuate the Filipino culture. To the volunteers today involved in the performance, I say thank you for your commitment, your talent, and your time. To Sir Raymond, I have no words to express my gratitude and admiration for all of you do. His wife, I know his wife is in our audience today. To his wife, I say thank you. Thank you for allowing your home to be the hub for crop creation and creativity. To the parents that brought their children here today, I say thank you. It takes a village to raise a child. Thank you for allowing us to be a part of that education today. I hope that they can learn more about their culture and history and one day be a leader in this community. I invite you all to sign up on our mailing list so you can hear about programs and events here at the center. You can also find the QR code in the back and at the entrance when you came in as well. You will find the QR code to make a tax-deductible donation to the center as well. Welcome all, and thank you for being here. Mabuhay and aloha.
Thank you very much, Shelley. Let's now hear messages from key people. First of all, the Honorable Emil T. Fernandez, who is the Consul General of the Philippines. So let's give him a round of applause. A resounding round of applause.
You know, it's going to be a good show when you're able to get Miss Bennett, Miss Lucia as your MC. So what a great turnout we have today, and we're on time. That's amazing. So magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat, and a happy Philippine Independence Day to all Filipinos and former Filipinos. You know, in the Philippines today, where it is now June 12, we are celebrating, it was mentioned earlier, the 125th anniversary of the proclamation of Philippine independence. And today's activity is among several that the consulate is either staging or partnering with to observe our National Day. And in commemoration of this year's Independence Day, the Marcos administration issued a directive to celebrate this milestone from 2023 to 2026 to, quote, give focus on the freedom that our forebears struggled for, towards that they dreamed for the country, and the history that we seek to remember and honor them with, unquote. And every year, the Philippine government comes out with a theme for the country's Independence Day celebration. This year it is Kalayaan, Kinabukasan, at Kasaysayan, or Freedom, Future, and History, which is most fitting as freedom is what we are really giving thanks for as we look with hope and optimism toward the future, but without forgetting the lessons of the past and being grateful for heroes who made our nationhood possible. And we wish to thank those who made this play possible. First and foremost, Dr. Raymond Leongson, who approached me only last April for this idea, and lo and behold, after 2 months, here we are. And also to Mr. Edmund Acson and Ms. Shelly Carmona of the Filipino Community Center, which has really served as the epicenter of the Filipino community in its activities here in Oahu. So maraming salamat sa suporta ninyo. And to all of the actors, stagehands, sponsors, and various volunteers, today's program would not be possible without your involvement. So with that, you're not here to listen to me, but to listen and watch the play. So maraming salamat. Thank you all for being here, and happy Independence Day again.
Thank you so much, Consul General Emil T. Fernandez. Next up, we have our host. This is the Filipino Community Center. Our host for tonight, or for this afternoon, our PhilCom Chair, ladies and gentlemen, Edmund Acson.
Maraming salamat, Madam Lisa Lucia. Mabuhay and good afternoon. On behalf of the hardworking Filipino Community Center Board of Directors, welcome to our Filipino Community Center, celebrating the 125th Independence Day. Actually, today is the Independence Day celebrated in the Philippines right now. When I was coming in, it was really very heartwarming. When I was walking in, all I see was, how are you? The future generation. I was so excited when I saw them, and because like Like the other events we have, the Filipino Fiesta, we started Pilcom for Kids. These are all designed to celebrate the culture of the Philippines. And I encourage all of you to participate in all those. Actually, for me, just to kind of, get me reminded of our Philippine culture. Once in a while, I stay up late watching Netflix, Amazon video about Philippines. So please, join us in trying to celebrate the Filipino culture, and one of these is the celebrating our Independence Day. I want to thank Consul General for partnering with us, and we're really looking forward to more collaboration with the Philippine Consulate. Everybody is always welcome at the Filipino Community Center. I also want to thank our hardworking staff. Without them, these things not gonna happen. And also, most of the time, they make me look good. So, thank you very much. Also, to our board of directors, we have some of them over here. So please, if you see them, please thank them. And lastly, a big mahalo to Dr. Raymond Youngson and the cast and the talents. For 2-3 months, I see them over here every Saturday, every weekend practicing, and I'm really looking forward to see what they have stored for us. Again, enjoy the show.
Okay, hang around, Edwin, because you're going to be participating in the next part of the program. So please rise, and we're going to offer a celebratory toast to celebrate the 125th anniversary. I still see some tea. Please help yourselves.
Please raise your glasses and join us in a toast to the Filipino diaspora and yourselves who have contributed immensely to the Philippines' socio-economic development and enriched the U.S. community that we now belong to. And to your future and that of the Philippines, we be blessed with peace and prosperity. Mabuhay!
Mahalo, thank you. You may now be seated. I taught you 125th anniversary, right? So let me give you another date to remember. June 12 is the actual Philippine Independence Day. When is it? And the year is 1898. Okay, one more time. When is the Philippine Independence, or when was Philippine Independence Day declared? Okay, thank you. You're such a smart class. All right. So at this juncture, I'd like to call up on stage some kids who will be introducing us to a Filipino song. It is called Sino ang Filipino? Who is Filipino? So it is going to be sung to us by the Filipino for Kids Summer Fun Program. It is a program that's done for kids every summer, and it's open to all children, no matter what ethnicity, so they can learn more about the Philippines. So it is now in its 17th year. Wow, amazing. And it focuses on how children can discover, enjoy, and take pride in the rich Filipino heritage. So this summer, instead of, it used to be a couple of weeks, they have a 2-day program, but it will integrate arts and crafts, language, storytelling, even eskrima, which is the martial arts program. So yesterday, they learned a song, so give them some credit, because it was only yesterday that they learned it. However, this is the song. The song talks about the many faces, the diversity of Filipinos, brown, fair-skinned, and more differences, but in the end, we are all Filipinos. So this evening, some of the 33 students and volunteers will share with you this song. But I also would like to commend Imelda Gassman, who has shepherded this program from the time it started 17 years ago. Let's give a warm welcome to the kids as well as to Imelda. Ladies and gentlemen, the Filipino for Kids program. Maraming salamat po. I'd like to call your attention to, I think, the second to the last page. We have our sponsors. I just want to acknowledge them, without whom this would not have been possible. Please note that funding also came from the State of Hawaii through the Filipino Community Center. But in addition to that, we have our gold sponsors, First Hawaiian Bank, and I see our dear friend here from First Hawaiian Bank. I am having a senior moment. Seriously, Yaki Angwai, there you go. It must be long COVID. I'm just gonna do the long COVID excuse. Also, we have East West Marketing Incorporated, Aloha Tours and Travel, silver sponsor Ashley Chair Covers, and bronze sponsor R&M Reyes Enterprises. Donors Licetas Leonson, Ireneo June Gape, and Raji Mark Buxit and Rosie Patton. Mahalo sponsors for your support. So, have you ever heard of that saying, ang hindi lumingon sa pinanggalingan? So you know it, right? So one more time. Ang hindi lumingon sa pinanggalingan ay hindi makararating sa paroroonan. Literally, it means those who do not look back at the past will not be able to step into the future. So it's a saying many of us take to heart. Our tradition compels us to revisit the past so we can move forward into the future. So today's play is an embodiment of this saying. Some of the love of country, which is in our adopted country, as well as the country of our origin, is pure. It allows us to complete our identities. It allows us to be whole. And so here to share some thoughts about the creation of tonight's play, please welcome the maestro himself, the one who crafted us together. He thought he was retired, but no, he's still going at it very, very energetically, very passionately. Please give a warm welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Raymond Yongson.
Thank you very much. Good evening. Well, it's June 11 here, but in the Philippines it's June 12. And goes back to June 12, 1898, 125 years ago. Oh my gosh. Wow. Thank you very much. I think I should do this first now. Okay. The first credit I would like to make are the cast and the talents. You will see how talented Filipinos are and Filipino Americans are. We are not a performing arts group. It's just the feeling that maybe we should continue to kind of look back into the past, that we may better understand where we are now and where we are going. There are a few questions that we will address here in this reenactment. I'm afraid of calling it a play, because technically it is not. First is the question, what was the condition of the Philippines, or people we call now Filipinos, prior to the arrival of the Spaniards? We were taught when we were in grade school that the Philippines was discovered by a Westerner. We found out, just like the history in the United States and in Hawaii, that was the truth. There were people there already. We will show you a glimpse of that. Second is, what was then the condition of Filipino life when the Spaniards were there? We picked up a lot from them. We learned a lot from them. But there were also situations that kind of compel us to reflect, why those things even happened. Third, how did the Filipinos respond to their colonial subjugation? Why did we even have a Jose Rizal? Why did we even have an Andres Bonifacio? If things were all good, why the need for critical reformers? Why the need for revolutionaries? And, of course, how did the Filipinos then respond to such subjugation? And finally, is June 12 even relevant today? These are the things that we are going to share. I'm just fortunate, I have had the opportunity to teach for several years at the University of Hawaii at Leeward. And Dr. Belinda Aquino is here, my mentor. And I tell myself, you are a teacher. And be a teacher. Some people tell me, you have retired already. What are you doing? My response is like, you know what? When you retire, what you actually do is, you put on a new tire for a new journey. The problem is some people detire, not retire. They take out the tire. That's when you get stuck. I think I am a teacher by nature. People ask me, is the show free? How much is it going to be? For me, like, we just love to share what we can. It's more educational than anything else. And I am just fortunate and very, very thankful that we have community people coming from all walks of life, different organizations, right? Not just one single organization. We have from a university, you have university alumni, we have Freemasons, we have Knights of the South, we have BIPAC, we have Adapawenyos, we have all sorts. We have kids who are like below 10, and we have people who are above 70. Okay? So, I would like to thank you all for the support. I would like to thank all the cast and all the talents. I would also like to thank someone I share a room with. Thank you very much. Our house is now upside down, and she's just still sweet. Yeah, I'll fix the mess after this. Yeah. So I'm not going to take more time. You didn't come here to listen to me. You came here to, hopefully, to learn and pick up something. Right? So with that, here we go.
Thank you, Dr. Leon Son. Okay, quick test. When is the Philippine Independence Day? When was it declared? All right, awesome. And how many years has that been? Okay, you're all valedictorians. Our last number is an interpretative dance called Dugong Filipino, or the blood of a Filipino. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ira Narciso. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time. Ira Narciso. Raymond, Dr. Leongson wanted me to introduce someone who he may have made reference to, but didn't really introduce her by name. So can we please give a warm aloha to Nicetas Leongson? Yes, take a bow, because I think you've more than done your fair share of support today. And I can imagine the messy house you have. So yes, for your patience and understanding. So ladies and gentlemen, we're almost coming to the part where I know you all came here for. Freedom is one of those concepts that bring gratitude to our hearts. We are blessed to be enjoying the fruits of freedom, whether in the Philippines or here in the US. We rejoice that we are living a free life. May the stories that you hear tonight remain in your hearts. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you KASARiNLAN, Kasaysayan ng Kalayaan, the story of freedom.
Okay guys, I need your attention. Listen up. Your Tito Fred will be coming shortly to our house to help me knock on the wall in the living room so we have more living space. I'm going to need your help and cooperation, okay? Okay, Dad. Got it.
Dad, why do we need to knock down the wall? I like it as it is.
Ayana, you know our house is so old. I mean, like really, really old. Sometimes we have to tear down the old to make room for something better. Anyways, I think we could use more space. I'd say let's do it.
Okay guys, I think Tito Fred is here. Okay, so hang on, okay? Hey Fred, come on in. How are you? All right, man. So get the plan, take a look. Very, very cool. Yeah, so come to the house. You remember my kids, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you have Brian, Jason, Andrew, of course, my little sweet princess, Cherry.
Hi.
And of course, you get my beautiful wife, Gabriella. Okay, guys, put away your devices for now, and let's go to the living room and clear things up, okay? All right, come on, Fred. Yeah, so this is the wall that we're going to be knocking down, right? Okay, guys, clear out the room. We're going to be knocking this thing down. let's go for it. Yep, go for it, man. Whoa! What do we have here? Brad, let's pull it out. What do we have here? Selling. Wow. A very old chest. Holy smokes. Goodness gracious. Look at the details, the colors, and the design of this thing. Very interesting. But why was it hidden? I wonder where it came from. But more importantly, I wonder what's inside. Oh, there's treasures. Oh my God, this is gonna be good. Fred, let's open it up. Let's move forward some more. Oh, very heavy.
Where are all these things? After all these years, this is living in that house, and nothing to do about it.
Look at this photograph, guys. It looks so ancient. Ew, and it even smells old.
Cherry, do you know who that is? That's a photo of Dr. Jose Rizal. Okay? And he was a Philippine martyr and hero that was executed during the Spanish colonial period.
Lonely means unheaded. Obviously, it's a foreign language. What does it mean?
Noli me tangere. That's Latin for touch me not. That's the first novel written by Dr. Jose Rizal.
And how about this book, El Filibusterismo? It's also in a foreign language. What could it mean? Do you know, Mom?
That is in Spanish. It means the subversive. That was a sequel to Noli me tangere, also written by Dr. Rizal.
Thanks, Mom.
Those two books were important works inspired Filipinos to fight for freedom and independence.
Oh, what is that?
A borong!
That's a Borong Tagalog.
Hey, I have one of those.
Wow, dagger. May I take a look?
Sure, Fred, go ahead. Wow, this must be one of those revolutionary Katipunan flags. I see the KKK on it. Wow, let's see. Wow, very nice. Here you go, honey. Oh, guys, look, there's one more book inside. KASARiNLAN, Saysayan ng Kalayaan.
Independence. History of Freedom, written by Siriaco de Malupe.
Who's Siriaco de Malupe? Sounds like a very interesting name.
He's your great-great-grandfather.
What? No way. Great-great-grandfather? You must be so amazing. How are we related, Dad?
Listen, Siriaco de Malupe had 4 sons and 3 daughters. One of his sons, Honorario, Horatio Honoro, had a daughter named Waipahu. And he had one son, or he had a daughter named Waipahu. And she married your dad, Mr. Lumaban, and had a son named Gregorio Lumaban.
Gregorio Lumaban. Hold on. If I can call you correctly, that should be you, right, Dad?
Bingo, you got it. Yes, it's me. I married your mom, Gabriela, and now we have you. You are 4 generations of Mr. Lumute. Okay? Dimolupe. 4 generations, you are related to him. He is your great-great-grandfather.
You may be generations apart, but you follow a single bloodline. It's much like all of us Filipinos. We may be separated by time and differentiated by names and ethnic backgrounds, but we all belong to that one family of nationhood, that of being Filipino.
Oh my god, this is super cool. Dad, do you know what the story is all about? Please, I have to know.
Sweetie, Terry, to be honest, I have no idea what it's all about. But just like you, I'm very curious. It's very, very interesting. Okay, family, let's go to the other room and read the book now. Come on, let's go. Follow me. There is an opening quote from Jose Rizal. To foretell the destiny of a nation, it is necessary to open the book of her past.
Ako si Seriaco Di Maluping. Tubo ako ng Tondo. Subalit ang aking mga ninuno ay nagmula pa sa Hilagang Luzon at Katimugang Mindanao. Ipinanganak ako noong ika-22 ng Agosto, 1865. Ako ay naging saksi sa karangalan at katapangan ng mga kapwa Pilipino.
I am Siriaco Di Malupig. I hail from Tondo, Manila, but my ancestors were from northern Luzon and southern Mindanao. I was born on August 22nd, 1865. I have been a witness to the honor and bravery of fellow Filipinos, especially to historic events in the last chapter of the 19th century and the dawn of the era that followed it. I am writing this memoir that my descendants will learn about the land where they first saw the light and the people that nurtured and fought for the liberty that they now enjoy. Maybe that they won't take it for granted that the land and the shores that they have inherited or shamelessly rendered worthless the sacrifices we made, waged by no less than our blood, sweat, and tears. Some people will attempt to rewrite history for their own purpose, perhaps twist it, sanitize it, or maybe even completely deny the events that have taken place. Be not gullible. Keep an open mind and always search and demand for the truth is the foundation of every virtue. The history of the Philippines started centuries before the arrival of foreign colonizers. In its sapling years, the natives already had an evolving civilization, a rich and distinctive culture, an impressively unique expression of sound, music, and beauty. From the Cordelia area in northern Luzon, the sacred ritual of life begins with the ugayang that connects us with our ancestors and binds us, our tribes in unity, heralded by the jolting movements of hands and feet, orchestrated by the ringing sound of the gangsa.
Oh, gaya galayamen, abonyan di kay gurutan, yaman isnanayayage. Oh, gaya galayamen, ay nayay nang nanginay agaw, dadlo ng independence ng Pilipinas ay inlibrinas ng Espanyol, adito ko dadluma. Adito ko dadluma under the Spaniard. Oh, gayam galayamen, adito ko dadluma. Babaas na Espanyol ay nang babaas ng kaatay taon kanatapos ng Pilipinas. Oh, gayam galayamen, nang natloy duwane nang pamagbaga tapos kanatapos amin ay Filipino, munlin na yad ako, layad. Agad kanya ng kanan ng layad, love one another. Filipinos, love one another on this day of Independence Day. Oh, gayam galayamen. Kasi
The Pintados, the Visayas, take pride in their tattoos earned through their valiant deeds. Our ancestors were literate people with a unique writing system that they have devised themselves. In the early times, Filipino women were held in high esteem in society. They could ascend to leadership of their tribes and own property. Women have been the bridge and portal of faith and life. The babaylan, or priestess, was not only a healer, but are linked to the gods and to our ancestral spirits.
Kayong pinatay kay lahat.
The Lumad, or indigenous people in Mindanao, are rich and diverse with a wide range of languages, chants, rituals, dances, and other traditions. 2 centuries before the arrival of the Spaniards, some of the tribes converted to Islam, following centuries long of trading relations with Islamic neighbors. So the Lumad, or indigenous people in Mindanao, are rich and diverse, with a wide range of languages, chants, rituals, and dances, and other traditions. As an archipelago, the waters that seem to separate us actually connect us. In some mystical and spiritual ways, the waters have become a source of livelihood and of life. There, we fish and we celebrate every bountiful catch. As a people, we were free and diverse tribes across the islands. As free as the birds that fly from one tree to another, and as diverse as our many tongues that speak different languages. We took pride in the fruits of our labor and bartered them with those who sailed from faraway lands. There were rulers and warriors, freedmen and servants, but we were not subjects of foreign kings or vassals, or men of the cloth, not until
In nomine Patri, et Filii, et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. I name these islands Archipelago de San Lazarus. I claim them the crown of Spain. Es tierra. Es mía.
we were baptized into a new faith and gave up many of our indigenous beliefs. Churches and schools were built, we were taught a new writing system, and slowly began to forget our own. A foreign language became the dominant medium of communication for the schooled, the rich, and the men of power. We borrowed some of their words and never learned to return them.
Yo te bautizo, Juana.
Our land was later renamed Las Islas Filipinas, after a foreign king making tighter the stronghold of Spain over our land and people. Somehow, the Spaniards enriched our way of life. We love their songs and dances, their arts and sophistications. We learn about their instantaneous fiestas, the delectable dishes, and the opulent clothing.
Bésame mucho, como si fuera esta noche la última vez. Bésame, bésame mucho, que tengo miedo a perderte, perderte después. Bésame, bésame mucho, como si fuera esta noche la última vez. Bésame, bésame mucho, que tengo miedo a perderte, perderte después. Quiero tenerte muy cerca, agarrarme tus ojos junto a mí. Piensa que tal vez mañana yo ya estaré lejos, muy lejos de ti. Bésame, bésame mucho, como si fuera la noche la última vez. Bésame, bésame mucho, que tengo miedo a perderte, perderte después. Que tengo miedo a perderte, perderte después. Que tengo miedo a perderte, perderte después.
Those who sided with the foreign masters gained favors and positions in society. Their wealth and influence flourished. But not everything was bright and sunny. While we were presented a cross, a sword was likewise launched to our chests. We saw the dark side of our conquest. Our lands were grabbed. We surrendered our farmlands to the friars, to their local tentacles who became our landlords. Our honor and dignity were torn, our rights trampled upon, even by the man of cloth who professed from pulpit to the representative of God on earth. We had to bow down in meekness and docility, or suffer humiliation and indignity. We were forced to render compulsory work to build churches and bell towers, roads and bridges, galleon ships, and many other structures. The drafting of forced labor often coincided with the planting and harvesting season, and so many fathers were not able to feed their families and themselves. Working in hazardous and unhealthy conditions, countless lives have been wasted and lost. The system of forced labor, referred to as polo y servicio, has made Filipinos develop a disdain toward manual labor. oppressions have led to uprisings and rebellions. I was only 7 years old in 1872 when a mutiny in Cavite took place. 3 Filipino priests, Padre Mariano Gomez, Padre Jose Burgos, and Padre Jacinto Zamora, were accused of orchestrating the mutiny and were publicly executed by garrote. While there have been earlier pockets of revolts and rebellions, most of which eventually failed, this brutal execution of the 3 priests ignited the fire of a national reform and revolution. We saw light emitted from the wisdom and conscience of great Filipino minds and souls. We had Dr. Jose Rizal, who excelled in the arts, humanities, and sciences, and who inspired and led us to seek peaceful reforms in government and society. Filipinos were gifted with strings of talents. We had Graciano Lopez, Jaina, and Marcelo Del Pilar, who wielded their pens and published La Solidaridad that urged reforms in both religion and government in the Philippines. This paper served as the voice of the Filipino propaganda movement. We also had Juan Luna and Felix Hidalgo, who captured the poetry of nature with their brushes, reminding us that genius knows no country. That talent is recognized anywhere, regardless of race, origin, or skin color. Like Dr. Rizal, Jaina, Del Pilar, Luna, and Hidalgo awakened the dormant political consciousness of Filipinos. Like birds, they captivated consciousness and demonstrated what it means to be free. In his two novels and other writings, Dr. Jose Rizal exposed not only the abuses of the Spanish colonial rule, but our fragility as a people. Yet, he had much faith in our collective capacities. He reminded us that the tyranny of some is impossible only through the cowardice of others. He formed La Liga Filipina, that sought to involve the people directly in the reform movement. Soon after, he was exiled in Dapitan.
Pare! Apunte! Pagano!
4 years later, he was executed in the field of Agumbayan, never seeing the day that he envisioned. Calls for change fell into deaf ears, but rousing thoughts generated by the early intellectuals inspired and fueled a nationalist revolution. The Flavian Andres Bonifacio called on us to come together and break the manacles of injustice and oppression. He organized the Katipunan, a sacred society of men and women willing and ready to shed their blood to regain their dignity and freedom. The fight for freedom and justice knows no age, gender, or physical limitations. Emilio Jacinto was 90 years old when he gave up his academic pursuit and joined the Katipunan. An eloquent and brilliant young man, he wrote the guidelines for the Katipunan. As Jacinto himself put it in the Cartilla. Melchora Aquino, whom we called Tandang Sora, was a courageous woman in her 80s. Undaunted by her age, she provided care, food, and support to wounded and sick revolutionaries. She once said, "I have no regrets, and if I had 9 lives, I would have gladly given them all up for my country." The bravery and brilliance of Filipino women have always been a vital part of our struggle for freedom and independence. More than a century before the founding of the Katipunan, we had Gabriela Silang, who led hundreds of men in the Locos to overthrow Spanish rule. I have heard of Teresa Magbanya Nua from Iloilo in the Visayas, who joined the Katipunan and valiantly commanded a fairly large regiment. Referred to as Generala, she led close to 1,000 Bolo men and indecisively won against hundreds of Spanish regular troops. And of course, we cannot miss the brave and principled wife of the Supremo, Gregoria de Jesus, adopting the name Lakambini. She founded the women's chapter of the Katipunan and served as the custodian of the documents and seal of the Revolutionary Society. Not all revolutionaries and freedom fighters were wielded weapons and drew blood. Many of them employed their talents and creativity, their intellectual acuity to shatter the shackles that have held the Filipino in bondage for centuries. Physical incapacities prevent none from playing a vital role in nation building. In his prime years, Apolinario Mabini was struck by polio that gradually incapacitated him. He finally lost the use of both his legs, but such disability did not stop him from fighting against oppressive system. His intellectual prowess overshadowed his physical limitations. We remember him, the sublime paralytic, and the conscience of the revolution. The untimely exposure of the Katipunan by a disgruntled member led to the arrest of many of his members and the premature launching of the revolution. On August 23rd, 1896, Bonifacio gathered the Katipuneros in Pugad, Lawin. Tearing up their cedulas, which became a sign of enslavement of the Filipinos, they declared a revolution aimed at overthrowing the colonial rule and gaining independence for the country. It was the ultimate choice for what love could be nobler than the love for one's homeland.
Pag-ibig pa ang hihigit kaya sa pagkadalisay at pagkadakila gaya ng pag-ibig sa tinuang lupa. Aling pag-ibig pa nang may pusong wagas sa bayang nagliko, duguyang tunog, katiis at pagod, buhay may makitil, magkalagot-lagot. Ang nakaraan, panahon ng aliw, ang inasahang araw na darating ng pagkatimawa ng mga lipin, liban pa sa bayan, saan tatanghalin ang abanang habang mawalay sa bayan, gunita ang lagi sa bibinang lumbay, mga alaalang inasam-asam, kundi ang makita bayang tinubuan. Kayong nalagasan ng bunga't bulaklak, kahoy niya ring buhay ng ilang tatso
liwat, ang bayay lumiyag. Pagkahandog-handog ang buong pag-ibig, hanggang sa ang dugo'y ubusing itigil. Kung sa pagtatampo buhay ay kapalit, ito'y kapalaran at tunay na langit. Aling pag-ibig ka ang hihigit kaya ng pagkadalisay at pagkadakila, gaya ng pag-ibig sa tinubuang lupa. Aling pag-ibig ba?
Mabuhay ang Katipunan! Mabuhay! Mabuhay ang Pilipinas! Mabuhay!
Three women, Marcela Agoncillo, daughter Lorenza Agoncillo, and Delfina Tavidad, niece of Dr. Rizal, sewed the flag that would be unfurled on the day we broke loose from Spanish colonial rule. The year 1898 saw a string of historic events, including the Spanish-American War that weakened Spanish power and resolve. Meanwhile, Katipuneros were retaking control over many Spanish forts and seats of power. What a glorious and triumphant feeling I had when on June 12, in Kawit, formerly known as the town of Cavite El Viejo in the province of Cavite, General Emilio Aguinaldo, with Rianceras Bautista, reading the historic document, proclaimed the independence of the Philippines from Spain, leading to it becoming the first constitutional democratic republic in Asia.
Hereby proclaim and declare solemnly, in the name and by authority of the people of these Philippine Islands, that we have the right to be free and independent, that we have ceased to have any allegiance to the Crown of Spain, that all political ties between them are and should be completely severed and annulled, and that, like other free and independent states, we enjoy the full power to make war and peace, conclude commercial treaties, enter into alliances, regulate commerce, and do all other acts and things which an independent state has a right to do. And imbued with firm confidence in divine providence, we hereby mutually bind ourselves to support this declaration with our lives, our fortunes, and with our most sacred possession, our honor. And lastly, it was resolved unanimously that this nation, already free and independent, as of this day, must use the same flag which I present to all herein assembled.
The passage to Philippine independence was arduously journey. It came face to face with ardent patriotism and fierce resistance, with admirable courage and subdued timidity, with devoted brotherhood and shameless betrayals, but above all, our journey to independence was powered by our forebears' hope and commitment to live in freedom, dignity, and honor. It is now our responsibility to guard and preserve these treasured legacies, to never again allow darkness to rule us. It is threats to our rights and liberty, they be domestic or foreign, continue to hover above us. Let us remain steadfast in keeping sacred our hard-fought freedom and independence. And to all those who unselfishly shared their talents and energies, to all those who showed courage and resolve in those times of despair, and to all those who gave up their lives so that we can live with dignity and peace, we offer these garlands of sampaguita as an expression of eternal gratitude.
Ikaw raw ang dating pagsayo ng alaga minsan.
you very much. And again, this is the Filipino community is not a school of performing arts, but it came together 55, 56 people in all. And thank you very much for joining us this evening. May we all share love, aloha, and the spirit of mabuhay with all our brothers, sisters in the Philippines from up north, down south in Mindanao. Good night, and thank you very much for joining us.